I am Professor Raghavendra MJ, Department of Mechanical Engineering, SVIT. The content of presentation is function of governor, classification of governor related to dynamics of machines. Now, come to the function of governor. What is the function of governor? Where it can be used? So now, the function of governor is to regulate the mean speed of an engine when there is a variations in the load on the engine. That is, when the load on the engine increases, the speed decreases naturally, and thereby it is necessary to supply the working fluid, that is fluid, to the engine in order to increase the speed. On the other hand, if the load on the engine decreases, what happens? Speed increases. Thereby, it is necessary to increase the fuel supply to the engine in order to increase the speed. Like this, by controlling the working fluid to the engine, governor automatically controls the speed of the engine under varying load conditions to keep the mean speed within the prescribed limit or constant. This is a function of the governor. So here clearly it is shown here, when the load on the engine increases, speed decreases. When the speed decreases, now to increase the speed, we need to supply the working fluid to the engine. Okay, so that can be done by this governor. On the other hand, when the load on the engine decreases, speed increases. Okay, when the speed increases, what happens? We need to decrease the speed by using governor. Okay, so governor, what happens? It is going to control the flow of working fluid to the engine, and thereby increase the speed of the engine. Where W is load and N is speed and F is fuel supply to the engine. So it can be used in all the automobiles, prime movers, okay, shapes, naval shapes, where the speed of an engine is maintained within the certain limits under varying load conditions. In turbines also we can use, okay, because of load fluctuations, there will be a variation in the speed. That speed has to be maintained constant under varying load conditions. Therefore, they are using as a governor. This is a function of the governor. Next thing is classification of governors. There are mainly, it can be classified as centrifugal governors and inertia governors. So governor can be broadly classified as centrifugal governors and inertia governors. But due to practical difficulty in balancing the inertia governors are not used much in practical applications. Okay, wherever inertia governors comes, there they are using centrifugal governors, because centrifugal governors are very easy to balance in a system. So they are every application they are using centrifugal governors or the inertia governors, because inertia governors very difficult to balance. Next, come to the classification of centrifugal governors. In that, mainly we have pendulum type as well as loaded type. In the pendulum type, we have watt governor. In the loaded type, once again, we have deadweight governors and spring controlled governors. It can be in deadweight governors, entire operation of the working is controlled by deadweights, and here the entire governor is controlled by the springs. In deadweight governors, we have two types, water governors and royal governors. In spring control governors, we have ordinal governor. Spring control governors, mainly we have ordinal governor. Okay, Ordinal governor, Artan governor, Wilson Artan governor, Pickering governor. In that, mainly in our syllabus, we are studying this ordinal governor, its analysis, as well as some of the basic problems we have on this ordinal governor, that is spring controlled governor. In deadweight governance, we have only two types, that is Porter governor and Royal governor. In this, we are studying Porter governor.